Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Caroline. Do you remember your first lesson at school or in a French book? I'm sure it went that way. That's actually the first thing you're going to learn, how to introduce yourself. Even though I completely understand that we need to learn s'appeler, there are some other ways way more natural that you will hear in the streets or in a casual situation. In real life, nobody is going to ask you, comment tu t'appelles? Welcome to the third episode of the French Blabla podcast, Speak Like a Native. Moi, c'est Caroline, and today we're going back to the basics. Let's forget about Je m'appelle Caroline. We're going to learn how you can introduce yourself like a native. Having a French level as good as a native isn't only about knowing perfectly the grammar or sounding exactly like a French man or woman. It's more than that. Using expressions like Je m'appelle Marc or using nous instead of on in a casual situation will get you spotted immediately. Culture, context, and how to behave are crucial elements to increase your fluency. Caroline, you're telling me I cannot use je m'appelle? What am I supposed to say then? We're going to look at two situations, a one-on-one meeting and a group meeting. When you meet somebody for the first time, instead of saying bonjour, especially if the person is your age or younger, try the more casual salut, salut, or coucou, coucou, but only if you're a girl. You said hello, now is the time to say your name. Here are the three expressions you can use instead of je m'appelle. First one is moi, c'est Caroline. Moi, c'est Caroline. It can be literally translated by me, it's Caroline. The second one is je suis Caroline. Je suis Caroline. I am Caroline. And the last one, the easiest of all, is Caroline. Yes, it's as simple as that. Just say your name. If the person doesn't answer back, or he or she didn't catch your name, instead of comment tu t'appelles, here are two expressions that can be used. The first one is et toi, tu t'appelles? Et toi, tu t'appelles? And you are called? Or the second one, et toi, tu es? Et toi, tu es? And you are? Of course, don't forget to smile when you introduce yourself, that's the most important. In a group of people, you don't really have time, especially if you have to greet and introduce yourself to everybody. What French people usually do is they do the bise and say their name. If you don't know what the bise, faire la bise, is, it's actually one of the common ways to greet somebody. You can shake hands, but you can also kiss the person's cheeks. It's not really a kiss though, it's more like touching the person's cheeks with your own cheek and making a kissy sound. The number of bises depends on the region. In my town, Montpellier, we do 3. Let's imagine a small dialogue. It's Friday evening, you've been invited to your friends. You enter and you don't know anybody. They're all gathered in the kitchen talking. What should you do? You can say bonsoir to the group or you can use salut. I've noticed, however, that bonsoir is used a lot when greeting a whole group in the evening. Salut and coucou are said more during a one-on-one meeting. Then you're gonna walk towards the people and do the bise or shake hands. Only waving to the whole group without introducing yourself is a bit rude. While you're doing the bise, you will simply say your name and nod a little bit when the other person says his name. You repeat the whole process for the number of guests. You can, of course, use moi c'est Marie or je suis Lucie, but if you have to repeat it 5 times, you will quickly sound like a broken record. Today, I'd like to give a big thank you to you, my listeners. Even though I just started this podcast, you showed me great support and that is amazing. Please, don't be shy, come and say hi on today's episode's page at frenchteachercaro.wordpress.com. Caro being my name and it's spelled C-A-R-O. I hope that you will use today's expressions. You can also find the show notes on the page. Thank you so much again and see you very soon for a new episode.